Hello everyone and welcome to Workshop 5. So today we're going to build off some of the concepts you learned in our last workshops. We're going to continue to add some increasing complexity and some new skills. So if you recall, we learned about arrays in our last workshop, right? How you can use them to manage and modify sequences of data. So today you're going to learn about another data type, which is effectively similar in many ways to arrays, but they are much more flexible and much more powerful when it comes to working with large sequences of data. So vectors is what we will learn about today. So you'll learn about vector objects, you'll learn about some of the built-in member functions that they have, you'll learn about iterators, which allow you to move through vectors and sort of read off sequences of data, and you'll also learn about some basic library algorithms, which will allow you to manipulate and rearrange these sequences of values. So like before, we will create a series of small programs that will build up into the larger project for the day, which is in this case the classic Hangman game. I'm sure you've all played Hangman in some capacity before, right? We'll give the computer a secret word. The player will have to guess what the word is letter by letter in a certain amount of tries, or else they will be hanged, right? It'll be game over. So we're going to be looking at how to find precise places within a string object inside our vectors, and then learn to manipulate it and recognize it. So, this is a bit more complex than just simply randomizing and scrambling up our string, our text, like we did in the previous workshop. So, one thing I will say, you should be aware that many of these programs, many of these games that we are creating, are things you might encounter in a full semester-long intro to computer science course. So if you can understand what's going on in the code and what's going on in each of these programs, then you're in pretty good shape. You have a real foundation for your learning here. On the flip side, of course, if you are finding yourself struggling a bit or just not quite getting things right off the bat, that's perfectly all right too. Don't be too hard on yourself. Programming is a long and arduous process before it becomes something natural, right? So again, just keep working at it. Keep working at it. As you may have noticed, each of these workshops do kind of build off of the previous ones. So if you ever do forget how a particular element of the language works, I do recommend just going back and doing some review, just so you have a firm grasp of the material and keep it in memory, right? That's very important. All right, I hope you have some fun learning about vectors and creating your Hangman games. Thank you.